Today we're graphing linear equations. When we talk about solutions of a linear equation, we're talking about a pair of numbers in the form x comma y that make a linear equation true. So if we have a linear equation like y equals x plus 1, if I plug in -1 for x, -1 plus 1 will give me 0. This can be written as a solution, -1 comma 0. It's an ordered pair. If I plug in 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. Another solution as an ordered pair is 0 comma 1. If I input 2, 2 plus 1, I get 3. 2 comma 3 is another solution. So our solutions are written in the form of ordered pairs. A linear equation is actually an equation whose graph is a line. So the points on the line are the solutions of the equation. If I take these points and I graph them and I connect them, I see the graph is a line, which is where the name linear equation comes from. So let's take a look at how we would graph a linear equation. So we're given the equation y equals -2x plus 1. The first thing we want to do, step 1, is we want to make a table of values. So we're going to pick some inputs for x. I'm just going to pick -1. Oops. So I'm doing -2 times -1, that's the number I'm putting in, that's my x, plus 1. And I'm getting a solution here of 3. So my ordered pair is going to be -1 comma 3. All right, let's try 0. So -2 times 0 plus 1 gives me 1. So 0 comma 1 is another solution pair. And let's try 2. -2 times 2 plus 1 gives me -3. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plot these ordered pairs on my coordinate graph. So -1 comma 3, 0, 1, and 2, -3. And the last thing I'm going to do is draw a line through the points. If I get a linear equation in the form of y equals b, where b is a number, that's going to be a horizontal line passing through the point 0 comma b, whatever that b number is. If I have an equation, a linear equation in the form x equals a, where a is a number, it's going to create a vertical line passing through the point a comma 0. Let's see how this works. So here they're telling us to graph y equals -3. That means that no matter what the point is that I graph, y has to be -3. So I could graph 1 -3, I could graph 0 -3, I could graph -2 -3, as long as my y value is -3. So let's graph some of these. And I can see when I connect them, I have a horizontal line, and that horizontal line goes right through the point 0 comma -3. So let's try this one for x equals 2. So I can graph any points I want as long as my x value is 2. So I could have 2 comma 4, I could have 2 comma 1, I could have 2 comma -3. So and when I connect them, I get a vertical line. And this vertical line goes straight through this point right here of -2 comma 0. So let's take a look at this real life application here. So the wind speed, y, in miles per hour of a tropical storm is y equals 2 times x plus 66, where x is the number of hours after the storm enters the Gulf of Mexico. And they want us to graph this equation. So let's pick some values of x. It doesn't make sense to pick any negative values here because x stands for the number of hours since the storm began. So I'm going to pick some positives. And I'm going to pick fairly small ones so they're easy to plug in. So I'm just going to start with 0 when the storm begins and then every hour. So first I'm doing 2 times 0 plus 66, which is going to give me 66. So I'm going to have 0 comma 66. 2 times 1 plus 66, which is going to get me 68. So 1 comma 68. 2 times 2 plus 66, which is going to give me 70. So 2 comma 70. And 2 times 3 plus 66, which is going to give me 72. So the next thing I want to do is graph these on my graph. So here, I'm counting by ones on my x-axis. On my y-axis, I did a little squiggle line here because that's going to tell people I'm going to skip some numbers. I'm not going to go all the way from 0 to 60, but I'm going to start at 60 and then I'm going to count by ones. So I had 0, 66. I had 1, 68. I had 2, 70. I had 3, 72. So if I want to draw my line through these, it's going to continue going up like this. So they want to know, when does this storm become a hurricane? Well, a tropical storm becomes a hurricane when wind speeds are at least 74 miles per hour. So at 74 miles per hour, that's not going to hit 74 miles per hour until we're at 4 hours. So it's going to be a hurricane after the 4th hour of the storm. So after 4 hours.